Okay, first thing I did after changing the radiator, now that it won't overheat, was change the automatic idle control valve right there. I got one at Auto Wrecker because the one I ordered online won't be here till June 3rd. So I went to the Auto Wrecker, managed to find one, and it was free. And I changed that, and then I could hear the hissing coming like a vacuum leak. And I tracked it down to this right here. Has a big hole in it, and it's just really oil soaked or something, but I can't even cut that out. So I just plugged it right now with some plugs. Ow, burnt. And they were right there. So I put a couple of plugs on that, and I'm gonna put the air filter back on in the intake, and let's fire it up and see if that's fixed the vacuum leak. 3, 2, 1, fire in the hole. Look at that. Idle's bang on, 1,000 RPM. Put it in reverse, drive. So, yay, that's better, but it's still clunking into gear. Like when you drive along, I think it's running out of transmission fluid, because when I changed the radiator, I lost a bit of fluid in the transmission cooler. So it's sort of like it runs out of fluid, and it freewheels, and then it picks up fluid and it catches, and it like bangs. So that's my first thing. I'm gonna jack it up and check the transmission fluid, and if so, add some. 2004 Chev Optra, 193,000 kilometers. I take this shop. I got a new radiator for it. I'm gonna put that in. I believe it's leaking coolant out of the top tank of the radiator, and it's jumping and doing weird stuff, not idling properly. So let's go with Lola to the shop and see if we can get this sucker fixed. Let's see what it sounds like when we start it. Oh yeah, it's idling it. Oh yeah, anywhere from 1,000 to 1,500. Put it in gear. Ooh, that's a nice clunk. That's not good. Let's get to the shop as quick as we can without overheating this sucker. I see what she means. It is like a dugga lurching at the stop sign. See that? Now the light went out. The power steering light was on too. It's idling at 3,000 RPM. Yeah, let's see what's wrong with this sucker. Wow, I made it to the shop anyways. Thanks, Lola. Isn't she so pretty? Look at those beautiful eyelashes she has. Right there. You're so pretty. Right, Lola, look how pretty you are. Anyways, blah, blah, blah. Let's get this car fixed. Here's a super cool setup. Way back there by the CV boot, there's a check plug to check the fluid. And I tried to get it out. You need a special 8mm. So I ground down the end of this to fit in there. And of course it snapped off. And now it's stuck inside the check plug. It's the only way to fill it up. So I had to get a little creative. And I got my suction gun here. I put 1/2 to 3/4 of a liter. Oh, not even. Of fluid. And I put it on there, and I pumped it into the transmission backwards that way. Just because I know it's a little bit loose, the gears weren't shifting. When you sit there at idle, it sort of goes in and out of gear. So I'm guessing it's low on fluid. And when I changed the radiator, I lost some fluid because it's in the transmission cooler. So without the check plug, it's hard to get to. This is the only way I could figure out on getting fluid into the transmission. So maybe I'll put another 1/2 liter, 1/4 liter in there, just to be sure that it's not too low. I mean, if it's over by about 1/2 liter, I can't see it being over by 1/2 liter, because this was full when I started, and now it's down to there. So there's about 1/2 liter. Maybe I'll just see if it's better, and if it's better, then I'll leave it But if it's not, then I'll add another 1/4 liter. So that's where I'm at for this stupid thing anyways. So I'm gonna change the oil now and start putting this back together. Okay, so far, it's running great. It idles at 1,000 RPM nicely. That steering light just came on. It wasn't on when I left. So we'll see what that's all about. But it's driving better. Well, the front end feels pretty loose and shit, but it's driving a lot better. I'll show you when I pull over how it idles and everything.